I think we have yet to see. I know these YNs are YNing, as they say. These YNs are out here. These Gen Zs are out here running amok. It is what it is, right? But I think we have yet to see the true effects of the single black motherhood epidemic in the black community. In my opinion, I do believe single black motherhood will be the core of the extinction, will be the key to the extinction of black people in America. Single black motherhood will be the key to the extinction of black people in America. I said it, you heard it here first. I can attest to it firsthand. Being a child of immigrants, I remember my parents, before I was old enough to really date seriously, if you will, in my pubescent years, I remember my parents kind of not sitting me down, but just warning me, like, listen, like, stay away from black American women. Like, they ain't raised right. They not raised the way you raised. They ain't no good. And boy, did I learn the hard way. I mean, it is. I'm just saying, it is what it is. This is why I say it's so hard to not take sides. Being in the black community is so hard to not take sides in this matter, because I do understand the history of what happened to black Americans in this country. You know what I'm saying? And I understand the colonial mindset of Africans and Caribbeans in this country. You know what I mean? And I see the clash, but I understand it. I see the clash. I get why there is a clash, but I also understand it as well. I understand, like yes, hey, black Americans are this way, and this way ain't healthy. It ain't it. It's not productive. It's not conducive. It's not intuitive. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, in that respect, Africans and Caribbeans are right about black Americans in this way. You know what I'm saying? But Africans and Caribbeans need to chill a little bit. Y'all ain't. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all ain't got it together the way y'all think y'all got it together. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like, yeah, it's hard to not pick a side in this particular topic. See, and this is why I have to tailor my perspective, because ultimately it wasn't the fact that she was a black American. It was the mental mindset and the mentality package that came with her, that was put onto her from the history and so on and so forth. That was what I should have stayed away from. You know what I mean? Because I know that not every black woman has that mental package. The attitude, the lack of accountability, just all around ratchet. You know what I mean? That kind of shit. Like, no, not every black American woman is built that way. This particular black American woman happened to be built that way, and it fucked me up. I learned the hard way. It is what it is. And this is another reason why, these divestors, they go for white men, or you have typically darker skinned black women who go for lighter skinned men. Once again, this is why it's so hard to pick a side, because my mother was a proponent of that. My father was a light bright. You know what I'm saying? My father was light skinned as fuck. And you know what I'm saying? And so yeah. My mother was dark skinned. You have darker skinned black women who typically go for lighter skinned black men, or just go for white men altogether as a class access. You know what I mean? It's a form of colorism. It's a form of colorism. Call it what you want, self-hate, whatever. But it's a thing. You know what I mean? And a lot of them, they may never admit to it, but they don't apologize for it either. You know what I mean? And that's the sad part. That's the sad part. I wonder how these women. The women who, in a way, I mean, it's in the same way how, like, a fat woman won't date another fat man because she's like, what we gonna do? I think it's the same kind of build. It's the same kind of psychology. You know what I'm saying? Why would a dark skinned woman want another dark skinned man so they can have darker skinned babies? Like what? Well, because y'all both dark skinned, y'all fit each other, right? Like, but no, they don't think that. They don't see it that way. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, we both dark. Like, we can't just all be dark. Let's lighten it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And that's what typically dark skinned guys will go for lighter skinned women. You know what I'm saying? It's set up. But then a lot of times people just go where the love is. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times a dark skinned woman won't be appreciated by darker skinned guys because they're just as colonialized and brainwashed too. So they want the lighter skinned girls and they treat the lighter skinned girls better. So the dark skinned girl is like, well, shit, the light skinned guys treat me just fine. Well, I'm gonna go with a light skinned guy, or I'm gonna go with a white guy. You know what I mean? And then vice versa, to the dark skinned guys. The dark skinned guys be like, shit, the light skinned girls treat me just fine, or the white women treat me just fine. I'm gonna go with the white women. I'm gonna go with the light skinned girl. So people tend to gravitate where the love is.